Here is the Eagan Central area. It is the area that is really surrounding the major transportation improvements of Yankee Doodle Road, Pilot Knob, and I-35E. This area, we like to say, it really sort of developed organically. In other words, it didn't happen as a result of a large city plan for the area or a developer's master plan. It happened over a long period of time as one development after another came in and was built. So what you can see here is beginning in 1975, the Yankee Plaza Shopping Center, 1986, the area where Cub Foods is, where Walmart and Kohl's, 1991, Eagan Promenade in 1998. So you can kind of see all of these things just sort of happened over time, largely because of the confluence of these major transportation routes. This is where some of this commercial development really wanted to be, was at the intersection of these major transportation improvements. Now you also see that it's really also sort of what we call organically mixed use development as well. So all the brown you see here is medium and high density residential. The green are some, the Eagan Community Center and Central Park, some other parks, some public spaces. What you see in the middle part of the district is a lot of retail and office. So it really is a mixed-use development, mixed-use district that has happened over time. Some other important things to note are some major transportation improvements the city has done in the past few years, including a new roundabout and bridge over the interstate in 2008 on Northwood Parkway, and a new overpass and ring road connection here on the south on Federal Drive in 2011. So what this created was a ring route around the district. And that really we had, with all of this happening here, we had a pinch point with the transportation here. What this allows is a better way for people to get up to and through this district without always having to cross this major intersection. So having these transportation improvements in place really allowed more development in the area. And we see that with the development that is currently happening. So probably familiar with the Central Park Commons development that was built in 2016 and 2017 and is now nearing completion. That's the Hy-Vee, and here Trading Post, Hobby Lobby, Total Wine, and Punch Pizza recently opened. All of those things happening there. We also have the reuse of the former Blue Cross Tower over on the City View development. That was a reuse into residential of the 10-story Blue Cross Tower, as well as a apartment building currently under construction on phase 2, as well as 12,000 square feet of medical office, some retail, and a Chick-fil-A currently under construction as well. And also what we see the construction beginning now is the Quarry Road development with some market rate apartments, the Applewood Point Senior Development, Residence Inn, an Aldi, and a medical office building here in this area on the Quarry Road, along with an extension of Quarry Road to connect to Coachman Road and Central Parkway. So with this new development that's happening, one thing that we're seeing is more intensity of development. So a lot of development on the space, not just a 2-story retail, but a multi-story residential or hotel going on in these areas. For Blue Cross Blue Shield, some of that development has been allowed to happen because they built, this used to be with Blue Cross, quite a bit of surface parking. They constructed a parking ramp to basically almost farming the surface parking by allowing some of that structured parking to occur and additional development to be happening on areas where there was surface parking in the past. So as we're moving forward, we see the intensification of development. We see these mix of uses wanting to be close together. So here we've got residential and office and retail. We see that here as well, medical office as well as retail on this site. And as we're working on the comp plan, we have these concept plans for what we think may happen in the future. These are just concept plans. They're not any kind of guarantee of what will happen. Developers will certainly come in and have their own ideas, but the purpose of comprehensive planning is that we try and think about, based on what's happened in the past, what's happening currently, what may happen in the future so that we can be prepared for that. So we have a couple of concept plans here. One for the town center area, which uses more of a mix of uses and put some additional roads in there to make it more walkable and break up that space, as well as for promenade, thinking we don't really know what's happening for retail. We know retail is changing. It may change in the future. This envisions, with some of the retail perhaps leaving, and having the anchor of this space being more of an activity center, such as a movie theater or a fitness club, with some medium and high density retail, high density residential surrounding this. Again, these are just concept plans, but if you look at the map, you see these areas where there's a lot of empty parking lots. And eventually the market is going to want to find a higher and better use of those spaces. And so these are some concepts of what could occur in the next 20 years.